explain about putting satellites in space, and the Isle of Man has these sort of places they can put them. I mean, trying to put it in layman's terms. How does that come about? And are you the sort of person that they go to put a satellite?
Sure, and I think that again that comes down to this exclusivity and where the confusion is. We're sort of a Manx David going out and competing against these global Goliaths and winning. There's a small company doing this. So you want regulatory certainty. So when you come in, and we perform this for the Commission, this is part of the original concept of space on the Isle of Man, this partnership with government. We took the risk. We hired the experts. We took the financial risk. There was never any guarantee of success. As you might imagine, in the early days, people were like, space? The Isle of Man? Really? And there were a couple of key visionaries in government that said, look, let's take the chance. What have we got to lose? Government isn't having to pay for anything. ManSat will raise the capital. They'll hire the experts. They're fully regulated by the British government, by the ITU, and by the Communications Commission. We perform that due diligence. We actually have more people working at ManSat than there are at the Commission. The Commission are fantastic people. They do an incredible job. And what we've allowed them to do is take those expertise in satellite. Very few people do what we do. It's very arcane regulatory. And take that cost on board, and in turn, what's a cost to other governments? We actually pay a license fee. Since 2004, we've paid over $576,000 to the government in positive and cash.
It seems such a success story, so really going full circle here, it's just you haven't possibly communicated so much of this to the Isle of Man public.
And that's why we're here today. I mean, that's why open, transparent, anyone can ask any question, anytime.
So you're making money and the Isle of Man's making
Yes,
money.
yes. Unlike any other government in the world, we're actually doing well out of this. I mean, our shareholders, we took a risk. And it's right and proper that here we are on the Isle of Man, the can-do island, that commerce works. But that exclusivity means that when you come in, you have to undergo, it's law, you have to undergo the regulatory process. It's not our decision that you have to. You have to. That is the law. And so we just work with the Commission to get the proper experts for that regulatory compliance and due diligence. Not sexy. It's not very profitable. We're not a huge company. But we're the Archimedes lever that turns the rest of the industry into the Isle of Man. Because when you're choosing to put a satellite somewhere, it's a 15 to 20-year process. It's a $500 million investment per satellite. The build of the satellite, the launch of the satellite, it's everything you're doing there. And the satellite's going to last you 15 to 20 years. You don't just flip a coin and say, where am I going to risk the reputation of my company, my shareholders, my entire business? Humanity's communications backbone, the entire SATCOMs industry. Where do we go? Where's political stability, economic stability, regulatory stability? Where do we know we can trust the rule of law? We know a proper process, we're protected by law, the Isle of Man. Yeah.
Finally.
Sorry, Phil.
That's okay.
I get passionate about this, as I think the committee found.
Finally, the big thing about the Isle of Man being involved in getting the next person back into space or the moon or whatever, that must go through you then, to some degree. Do you have some input?
Oh, a little bit, but not so much on that regulatory side. That's the other side of what we do. So there's 35, 36, I say 35, 36 because ManSat's still a company, I count ourselves, companies that come to the island. Only 4 are ManSat clients. The rest of those 30 have come for the work that we've done with the Treasury and Department of Economic Development. Great team there.
I was just getting to the point that obviously we've seen your pictures of your wife in space, yes, which is fantastic. Right. I mean, I was just trying to get, do you think maybe your wife might be a true double whammy, you know, an Isle of Man registered spacecraft with a Manx lass on board, in a sense, you know, semi-Manx.
Semi-Manx. Well, no, she considers herself Manx. Okay. And I think that's one of the great things about the island. There are those of us who are born and those who choose to come and live here. And I would say even that the people who choose to come and live here, just like these companies that choose to come, are almost more Manx than the rest of us because they've chosen. Nothing keeps them here, but they come because they love it. Nikki loves it. We got engaged in Peel Castle, we got married in Onken by her choice, bride's choice. She took the Manx flags. There are still Manx flags in space. There are Manx flags on Mars at the moment. People don't know about that. And there's all sorts of, I mean, from Howard Kessler's stuff, I mean, Manx-made optics and everything else. Yes. As we speak, there's Manx-made optics in between Earth and Mars for the Mars Science Land. They're getting ready to land this July. It's a super thing.
We've honestly run out of time, but I'm sure everyone's probably hopefully found that very interesting, and you certainly sold it very well to me. So thanks for coming talking to us, and good luck, and we'll no doubt catch up again soon.
Definitely, anytime. Thank you for having me, and it's a great pleasure. And any question, anytime from anyone.